Morning, everybody. We're playing this deck finally. We've done a few deck techs for this archetype, and I got kind of interested in exploring it. You know, we've spent a lot of time with like more fair blue-red decks in the format. We've played blue-red dragons that seek to capitalize on Silumgar Scorn and Dragonfire. We've played blue-red wizards, which gets to play Wizard's Lightning and Wizard's Retort, and this is kind of like the blue-red good stuff deck, but also gets to play all flying creatures, so that Lofty Denial is often going to be a better mana leak. Oh, even a chest cold open. Okay, I guess do that now. What's up, Spikelings? I'm your most punctual streamers. Yeah, I was late today, sorry. Anyway, who's definitely not in a coma-induced hallucination-aspiring Spike, and this is my Shark Typhoon. Today, in the Typhoon, we're going to be trying out something that's definitely not a tempo deck with Blue-Red Shover. Will we be able to stick our early threat and protect it all the way to victory? Or will our flock of flying creatures crush a bird? Stay tuned to find out. Thank you. And chest for the cold open. Why late? I had a guy come in to install the sitting shower. I simply won't stand in the shower. I won't stand for it. So we have the sitting shower installed this morning. Valkyristic for 20 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, but I've been playing this list. It's been feeling very, very powerful. Super low curve, super powerful, efficient threats. It's just been feeling great, and we can go ahead and jump into it. Okay, great opening hand. We both have Jegantha. I think Shredder should take the place of Sprite Dragon and Blue-Red Dragon and put Lava Coil back in the deck. Sprite Dragon is like... No, Sprite Dragon's too good to cut. I don't know what to do with that deck. I either think you don't play Shredder in that deck, or you play Shredder in addition to like the Sprite Dragon, Goldspan Dragon, but you need Sprite Dragon, Goldspan Dragon minimum to enable Silumgar Scorn. Have I considered Terramander sick and cool? Terramander has scammed many blue-red players across the years into putting it in decks and has made many blue-red players lose games. Terramander is not cool. Terramander is a scam. Okay, opponent has a mulligan to 6, kept 6, has not taken a single game action, 4 minutes on the clock. Please, opponent, let's go. Alright, Lavaglide pathway. They're playing Prowess. I was not expecting to be playing Prowess, but that's fine. I think I will play Delver on turn 1 here. Delver on turn 2 worth a total of Spell Pierce. It kind of depends on the matchup. I think most matchups no. I think that in your Treasure Cruise deck, you don't really care that much, in my opinion, about trading resources early. Right, down to 17. I'll keep it opt. Best back. Prowess like 5. Yeah, the blue-red Prowess deck in Pioneer is definitely being or it's definitely on the upswing. It's a very cool list. I like it a lot. Big fan. Good Spell Pierce. Okay, let's go Sprite Dragon. Pretty sure I'm just gonna go opt and attack. Don't think that blocking the Swift Spear is gonna be very profitable. Might die, but if it does die, again, you know, we have a Treasure Cruise in hand to refuel. Bottom, another opt. This is the Pro Tour format, yeah. Although the Pro Tour qualifier that I'm going to, or the Pro Tour qualifier, DreamHack Dallas in 2 weekends, that is a modern tournament, so I need to figure out what I'm playing there, I guess. We'll keep it Iteration. Love to find a removal spell for this. 16 cards deep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know we're keeping this Shredder. Alright, Post got just 1 card in their hand. I've got a Shredder and 2 Cruises. Feeling pretty good. Smart but worthless. Smart but worthful, more like. Thank you for your 11-month resub. Take Quagmire. Good morning to you. Might I recommend a Death Shadow deck in Esper colors? Oh, we played Esper Death Shadow this year. You have to wait till next year, Panda, to suggest again. We played it this year. Sag French. What are the chances you play 4 Shredder in my modern deck pick? I feel like somewhat high. I need to order the cards for the blue-black deck, I think. Ooh, they have their own Shredder. Yeah, this is actually gonna be really hard to kill, but whatever. We'll be okay. If they discard a land here, then it'll be much easier to kill. Think about bringing Charming Jund? I think it's on the table, yeah. I have a friend who's also, like, interested in borrowing Jund from me. So, assuming that they want to borrow that deck, then I'll probably just play something else. Would love to flip these Delvers. Okay, one of the Delvers down. They get to Connive. One card left after the Connive. Hopefully it's not Treasure Cruise. They discard Den of the Bugbear. And they attack. No Cruise, thankfully. Is Stormwing Entity just worse than Jegantha? And this deck, I don't think Stormwing Entity is all that good. It could be fine. Alright, I'm gonna graveyard this Canal. Take a draw. Let my opponent connive, but I need to cast my second Ancestral Recall of the game as a nice consolation prize, I suppose. Yeah, it's not really a conversation of Stormwing versus Jegantha. It's more just like general mana curve considerations. Alright, I think I'm going to bounce the Shredder down to 9. And then I want to respond to the first spell my opponent casts. Ooh. Fortunately, I didn't flip Delver, so no Lofty Denial for me. It's okay, I guess. I got to resolve 2 cruises. You can have 1. But this is gonna make it harder for my opponent to connive. They have to cast a spell right now. Dude, Delver's actually sick at Pioneer Wish. Delver's, I've been pretty big fan of it. There is a distinct lack of good 1-mana threats in this format, and Delver is like quietly one of the best ones. Especially in this list. Look, we got 12. We have 29 flips for it, so you're about 50-50 to flip. Alright. Strangle. Opponent's got 2 cards in their hand. Bottom that, or graveyard that. Okay. I guess I'm going for Jegantha here. Why is Delver good in Legacy but not Modern? Ponder, Brainstorm are really good with Delver. Also, it's like harder to play just a deck of all instants and sorceries in Modern. Yeah, Shredder and Greasefang are my reasons for wanting to play more Fiery Impulses than Strangles. Yeah, it's a combination of a few different things. You're also like more incentivized to have a lower mana curve in Legacy compared to Modern, where in Modern, like, 3 and 4 drops are a lot more viable, as like these cards are just going to be able to hand bottom exile. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. Not be dazed, not be wastelanded away, off of it. All right, 3rd Treasure Cruise of the game, all for 1 mana. Guess I'm gonna, well, I feel like I shouldn't play this Sprite Dragon. No, I'll just use, with the 4th cruise in my hand, I should just use my mana. My going live notification this morning was this deck plays a lot like the banned Modern deck. I was referring to the blue-red Young Pyromancer deck in Modern that got to play Treasure Cruise. Just like your curve is super low, you just trade resources super aggressively, and you just cruise. I got old border cruises for today. Very excited. Canister's 5/0 Dimmer Food Special Green for Nature's Claim the board. I think that is a good deck building choice. Okay, opponent's got a lot of removal spells so far. Hopefully they can't kill my dragon. Their hand is Jegantha mystery card. Yeah, Pyromancer is Pioneer legal. I think Pyromancer's been a little bit power leveled out, unfortunately. I have a big soft spot for that card, but I don't think it's particularly good. Okay, we'll go. Let's get my threats out here. I guess I hold up the Lofty Denial instead of playing the Delver. Is Jegantha better than the MDFC lands? Okay, this is I don't want to play the MDFC lands. You could play one. I do think if it's the question of playing one Jegantha or one Seagate Restoration, yes, it is better to play. It is better to play Jegantha than a Seagate Restoration. Oh, I meant to block. I know they're less cards Jegantha. That's fine. We would still win. But yeah, people get kind of lost in the sauce, I think, when it comes to Jegantha. Like you play it if it's basically free, which it is, it is better to have than a MDFC land. But if there's like a different spell you want to play, you just play that instead. It's like really not that deep. It will win you games. It won't win you every game. Don't overthink it. Ranting with 8 months, appreciate you. Yeah, a free 5/5 is like actually very, very strong in this format.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Alright. I have lethal here. Guess I get to show my opponent some more cards. For the sake of not having to do math. Red, the 18 months, thank you. Okay, up a game against Blue-Red Prowess. I think I'm interested in probably all of the Aether Gusts and some of the Disputes. Fry is also a good way to deal with Shredder, although so is Rending Volley. I feel like I'm going to go cut the Lofty Denials for Aether Gusts here, since my creatures are dying really often. I like the Spell Pierces. Kind of like maybe going -2 Delver, +2 Rending Volley. When do you use Volley, when do you use Fry? Fry, there is some overlap where you're going to board them both against Winota. You're going to board them both against Sting in the Ice. Fry kills Niv Mizzet, a Narset that didn't minus, and a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. And then Rending Volley costs 1 mana, which is, you know, obviously really nice against Winota. And usually you don't want more than like 2 Fry against the Planeswalker deck, so I've been liking the 2/2 split. I think that this makes sense. I think I'd rather have Volley as an answer for... Well, Dispute is also kind of okay. Maybe I'll go down like 2 Ops and play 2 Disputes. Good first game, though. This hand is really, really good in this matchup if we can draw a land in the top 2. Maybe even not then. Yeah, I think we could actually even, like... Chop 3, maybe. It's all over cheap 1 mana 1-for-1s. No Din of the Bugbear. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of Hall of the Storm Giants in this deck than Din of the Bugbear, where it's really rare for you to run out of resources in the mid game. You just have so much card draw, card selection, and in my opinion, Hall of the Storm Giants is like just kind of better at closing out games. It's harder to kill. It has ward, hits for more. So, and also I think tapping for blue is a bit more relevant anyways. Easy peasy. What's the graveyard hate look like in Pioneer? There's actually like... Oh, I probably would have disputed that actually. Sorry. There's actually, but there's not really that much graveyard hate. Okay, they put this in the yard, so it means they probably land light. Seems like Turbo and Red Man is less important in Pioneer. It is important, but yeah, maybe a little less. I put this on a mulligan. I'm just gonna cast this and expect it to get 1-for-1. Am I playing Mono Blue Devotion today? Not today. Is Lofty Denial new tech? Is it played in Pioneer 0 form of knowledge? It's... I'm not the first card to ever look at... I'm not the first person to ever look at that card and be like, I want to play that. But, it is tech I'm excited about. Let's go to get the Shredder to 4 toughness. Hearse is definitely scary. I probably want to discard one of the red removal spells. I guess the Impulse, because my opponent's got Hearse out there. Yeah, Mono Blue Devotion in Pioneer is my Pioneer pet deck, really. I used to play it a ton back when Pioneer was first a format. I loved the deck. I played way too much of it. Spent a long time working on the archetype. And I've played one league with it since returning to the format, and still not really sure how good or bad I think it is. Okay, so they're not going to get a good 2-for-1 here. I might put back the Gust. Yeah, dealing 3 damage is really relevant right now. Kill Shredder, kills Greasefang, and instant speed. 2 very important things to be doing. Yeah, I've played one league on stream since returning to Pioneer. This was the last list I played. I wanted to play like the 4th Glasspool Mimic or something, but I'm also trying to go a bit deeper with it too, and like maybe figure out like how good Moonsnare prototype is. Okay, so I think I'm attacking first. Opponent probably never blocks. Hand, bottom, exile. Do I want to trigger Connive? I think... No, I think Connive favors them here because my hand's pretty good. Surprise unless it's first put under the radar. I don't know that it necessarily has. Like, I personally... Maybe I should have it in my sideboard too, but like I personally rate it really high. I just don't think it necessarily has like a ton of obvious homes. But I'm pretty high on the card. It's been a big player in Legacy from what I understand too. Alright. 4 toughness, Strangle. Oh, should I have played my Sprite Dragon first? Maybe. I've kind of yeah, maybe I should have. I guess I still can. Yeah, sequencing, huh? But with my dispute, I'm going to guarantee resolving my second removal spell here. Then, pretty sure we just Fiery Impulse. Okay, attack for 5. Spill Mono Blue for Pioneer. Hearse any good for the sideboard? I mean, it's fine. Hearse is probably good there, yeah. Spite of Mogi is really bad. You don't want to be playing 1-mana removal spells that can't kill Elvish Mystic or Llanowar Elves. Ledger Shredder probably helps Mono Blue a bit. You're not double spelling that often. Shredder's like way worse stuff, like the cheap cantrips too. I think I'm not supposed to dispute this. I think I'm supposed to use my Strangle. We got 1 card left. Any love for Royal Scions? No. Like with 4 crews, 4 iteration, and then the Shredders, like I just don't really feel much of a need to play Royal Scions. Guess I'll consider first. I might actually have lethal this turn. Nine. Yeah. Dress down can kill Crude Curse. Yes. Okay, assuming my calculations are correct, this is 11 and my opponent's at 11. Okay, up a game against Blue Red Prowess. Blue Red Prowess, pretty popular deck. I kind of feel like this version's a bit better, but small sample size. Okay, I guess we keep this. What decks would you play to take over Cruise? Decks to play mostly at instant speed. Decks that are less good at delving. Alright, 2 red aggressive decks. Those are matchups. These are usually matchups I actually like a decent amount, so I feel good. Although if they have an Eidolon here, yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I could draw this. Then I can go opt/consider into impulse. And then go dragon consider. Very good start on the play here. How do you sequence ops versus considers in this spot? It usually doesn't matter. But typically, if I feel like I would graveyard a land, then I usually like lead on considers. I know I didn't here, but that's like been my mantra. It's a bit easier to say in like more land light decks or land light draws. If you have opt consider, you basically always want to lead on opt. But in more land heavy draws, I don't think it really matters. There we go. Sokenzan played land before. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm actually going to Shredder then Strangle. I think getting this to 2/4 is pretty important because of the skewer. Yeah, I'm kind of under the weather today. I don't know how obvious or not obvious it is. But I woke up feeling pretty bad. Bimsky, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you. It's like a lot of drainage and then some stomach issues. I will take the 2-for-1 here. Was a Cruise in hand, play and consider over opt-in. It kind of, I mean, if you're gonna like Cruise next turn, then yeah, but if you're not, then probably not. I don't think I hate drawing that. Could you Strangle first to save 2 life? I could, but with my opponent having a Skewer the Critics revealed, I think that getting my Shredder up to 4 toughness is more relevant than saving the 2 life. Okay, I can go Dragon, Strangle, hold up Denial next turn, potentially. Radio Gaslight with the 21 months, thank you so much. And then Dungeon Master with the 27, thank you, thank you. Tapped in, I got the Impulse for that. So now if I go Dragon Strangle, they're going to Spike Field Hazard my Dragon response. I guess. I have to kill this. Gaslight 21, Dungeon Master 27, thanks again. Mother Red Bird seems pretty popular. Is there any reason not to splash blue and play Cruise? Well, there's been a blue-red Prowess deck we just played against it that is kind of doing that. You know, it's like I think you'd probably play Iteration too if you're already splashing blue, but there may be something to that. What band deck does this deck play like? There was a modern blue-red back when Treasure Cruise was legal in modern. There was a blue-red Delver deck that was just the best deck in the format by a lot. Okay. Down to 4. Lofty Denial, really big draw here. Hand bottom, exile, play Delver. I think I'll probably trade Delver for the Goblin token here. It's a bit weird, but I'm winning the race pretty hard and don't want to go to 3. Shots on the Delspers of Pioneer. I feel like they're so broken. Can't really understand why they're still legal. I've been in favor of banning Dig Through Time like 3 or 4 times in Pioneer's history. They're still legal. I don't make the decisions. I just try to find the best decks. I have been in favor of banning Dig Through Time when I wanted to ban Dig Through Time instead of Nexus of Fates. I wanted to ban Dig Through Time instead of Nexus of Fate in their Wilderness Reclamation deck. I wanted to ban Dig Through Time instead of Inverter. I wanted to ban Dig Through Time when the first iteration of Lotus Field came around. No! Their hand was triple burn spell. Jeez. I feel like there's one more time I really wanted to ban Dig. But yeah, like I've been in favor of banning it several times in Pioneer's history. I think it's a card that's only going to get better. It's a card that is, like, I agree, very problematic. I'm on board. But I'm just trying to find the best decks, man. What do you think? Why do you want Dig banned? What decks right now are playing in? Isn't Deluge better? I'm not saying I necessarily want it banned right now. I'm saying in Pioneer's history, like, I think Dig would have been a better ban than Inverter. I think Dig would have been a better ban than Nexus of Fate. I think Dig might have been a better ban than Wilderness Reclamation. I think Dig might have been a better ban. I really think I'm forgetting one combo deck that used Dig. But at the very least, like, those 3 times, I thought that I wanted to ban Dig over the cards that were banned instead. And Dig Through Time is also the kind of card that's just going to get better. Like, this is also, like, I don't understand how we keep having this conversation. Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise are broken cards. They are fundamentally game-breakingly broken. And they are not, like, they're not, you know, they're not warping Pioneer, but when, like, you have to ban multiple cards instead of banning the Delve spell, which has already happened a few times with Dig Through Time specifically, it's just going to keep happening. It is just going to keep happening. That they're going to have to keep banning other cards instead of banning Dig until they ban Dig. But we just seem to keep having this conversation over and over. We have to put the Gust back. Kind of weird, but I need to keep both cantrips to guarantee the second land, and I want to keep both iterations on the mulligan, and I need to keep the Strangle to remove a creature. Oh, whoops! I meant to cast the Opt. I usually cast Opt in that spot instead. We were just talking about it too. Yeah, I agree. It does seem like they just want Dig and Cruise to be legal. I mean, it is what it is, right? I'm not the one making the decisions. Okay, I guess we're gonna Gust this now. As Just Guys SNC play party. The Just Guys SNC deck is a good combo deck. Oh, a Dig Through Time is also right now, like, amazing in Esper Greasefang. Now that the deck has access to Tainted Indulgence, it's like really, really good there. I think I'm gonna Gust the Eidolon. You know, I'm gonna get a little greedy, Gust the Chandra. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do like the Dimir Food deck in Pioneer a lot. I'll try to get low lucky. Did not get a little lucky. Will I be working on Esper Greasefang? I mean, I've done like 1,000 deck techs for that deck at the time of making this comment, and I probably was supposed to Gust the Eidolon. I think I messed this up. We've talked about the list a lot. I know how I would like to build it after doing so many deck techs. Yeah, I definitely messed this game up though. Tough stuff. Mono red deck, very good. The game 1 was crazy, that triple burn spell. Like, I don't think that they are breaking the format right now. I'm not saying you should ban them right now, but there's I cannot imagine that they're not problematic cards at some point again, and that you're once again going to be at the crossroads. Do you ban Dig Through Time and or Treasure Cruise, or do you ban this new enabler for it or this new payoff for it? You know, I can't imagine that that's not going to be the case again. More mono red. Yeah, I keep losing the die roll against mono red. We might keep losing the matchup. Oh, the blue red prowess list. Well, leave Pioneer for a week, and then it's all mono red and blue red. What a start. Okay. I think I'm going to play second Sprite Dragon, Impulse Sprite Dragon, and then am I ever blocking? I think no. Next turn maybe, not this turn though. Do they just have an all creature draw? They do just have an all creature draw, don't they? That's just so weird. They just, if they just have like any instant or sorcery this game, it's so over. Agree with that. Okay. Pump the brakes for this turn. Alright, 6 cards of the yard for Cruise. Iteration. Draw untap red source, another burn spell we win. Alright, we've got the inevitability here. The only way we lose is if we get a little too aggressive, attack twice, they chump luck once, they can kill me with 2 of their creatures. Yeah, with like a top decked iteration. Am I excited for Double Masters? I'll be more excited for it when I see like more alternate arts. There's like not really like any like reprints I'm like super stoked for. Maybe I'll draft some of it, but I'm not super pumped, to be honest. Okay, they just have all creatures. Oh, they also have the Consider, missed that, of the Iteration. Think Soul Flare is viable in Pioneer at all? Did they put this in the yard? Dude, another creature. I don't think that Soul Flare is super good, no, to be honest. I still feel like I've got the inevitability here. If I attack with both dragons, they have to jump block with 1, and then they just have the extra attacker on the backswing. I still feel like I'm okay to just chill. I'm not sure though. Reckless Rage on the Shredder. Okay, I think I'll just Lofty Denial this to put counters on my Sprite Dragons, because I may be able to get these both up to 15 next turn. Don't think my opponent can swing out. Yeah, they just die if they swing out. Wonder if it's Screw Place or Cruise to make this deck Explorer playable. I don't know. I do not envy the Explorer players who have to figure out things like that, to be honest. Just like a big pain. Alright. Dragons are 12/12s. 13/13s. Could be a little greedy to... Yeah, I guess it was a little greedy. Oh, I should have played the Hall, actually. I guess if I swing with everything, they do have to actually block both. They have to block with both dragons. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just attack now. They have to jump block both dragons. And then they have to kill me through the Shredder here. So I think I was supposed to cast 1 less draw spell, 1 more Shredder, so make this attack. But there's still very few things they can draw. They have to draw Iteration or Cruise into stuff. Hey, what's up?
Hey, is there anything left on this gift card?
Which one?
Info?
Yeah, oh, no, not on that one.
The other one?
No, I use both of them.
You use both of them?
Yeah.
So I'm broke.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. What about the Home Depot?
That one still has, I think, full.
Cool.
Okay, weird game 1. Okay, so we played this matchup earlier. I want the Rending Volleys. I might also want like 1 Frag if they're... I imagine they're on Sprite Dragon and Shredder. And then I want to cut the Lofty Denials, cut 2 Delvers, 2 Ups, 4 Gust, then probably 2 Disputes. Another Opt. Could opponent have gone to 2? No, because the Delver was also attacking, so they only have 2 flying blockers. If they block... Oh, yeah, no, if they block Delver Sprite Dragon. Yeah, they just blocked Delver Sprite Dragon. I don't know how we both missed that block. What am I missing? Maybe it was the confidence that I attacked with. I don't know. I am feeling pretty under the weather. I cited out 2 of my Delvers, right? Yeah. Huh. It was actually an amazing attack. Just the confidence. Alright, dead Delver. Might have been better to play Canal, actually, because the second Canal is going to enter untapped. Probably not going to matter too much. So only dies to Rending Volley. No Rending Volley's nice. So 1 spell's already entered the stack, so even if they have a Fiery Impulse or something, they can't really kill the Shredder with it. It has to be a Rending Volley again. They put the Sprite Dragon on the bottom of their library, then they play a Riverglide Pathway. Does Delver flip? Does not. Reveals a Pathway. I think I'm going to play this so I have the Otawara up. I'm pretty likely to connive the Canal away. They put Chandra on the bottom. Big draw step here. We do flip Delver via Strangle. No connivings happened so far. Let's put my companion in my hand though. Honestly, 5 mana 5/5. Unironically good in this matchup. Went out the red side. I mean, I don't think that triple red is really going to ever come up, and we are a deck with a lot of cheap 1 mana cantrips. But I also don't think it probably matters very much either way. Okay, opponent definitely very mana flooded, obviously good for me. Reckless Rage, Spirit Token, kill Shredder, and kill Delver. Okay, maybe not as flooded as I anticipated. Let me go and play the Otawara as a land, so I could top deck a land and then haul. Because I could also technically Jegantha for 1 mana to haul. Alright, good start for them. So they've already cast 2 spells. So we need to lead on the Strangle. Alright, so if they can consider into another spell and then discard a spell, they can save their Shredder. But they fail to do so. I'm just going to play my Sprite Dragon, play my Steam Bins tapped, attack for both. I can start hauling. No chump block on the Jegantha, maybe saving it for haul, maybe not. Tap Steam Bins, 2 cards in hand. Soulscar Mage, passes back. Get in for 7. They technically only have to block the hull, otherwise, but they go into 1 if this is their only block. So they do decide to chump and not go to 1. 2 cards in their hand. Pass it, concedes. Can't just have Jegantha to haul. Jegantha should be able to pay for the blue from haul, but none of the generic mana. But technically I could tap Jegantha for the blue and then the rest of my mana if I didn't draw a land. I'm gonna mulligan this 5-lander. Keep this, put back an opt. And I think because I would not bottom a land here, I'm going to lead on the opt. Yeah, the fact that they bottomed the Chandra was weird. Although it was like just dying to my creature attacks, right? Yeah, the Jegantha should be the sideboard over the Narset. It was kind of classic. I'm like playtesting a deck without Jegantha off stream, and then chat's like, "Oh, Spike, this deck could actually play Jegantha." I just totally miss it all the time. Untap Steam Vents. That's interesting. I think I'll keep that on top. I'm kind of scared of an opposing Ledger Shredder. Then I'm going to play this and tap so that if they do play Shredder, I can go Consider, then Impulse the Shredder. I kind of didn't want to play this into a possible 1-mana burn spell. I'm trying to think if I want to Consider right now. Or save it for the dragon. I'll Consider now, because I think this is going to die, but then I want to have the Impulse up for... Right. I want to have the Impulse up for a Shredder. Well, I will take my own Shredder. Shouldn't you have considered on your turn for that line? That won't work. What are we talking about? They will loot. Fiery Impulse on my opponent's turn will kill my opponent's Ledger Shredder. What are you talking about? Oh, I see. Consider on my turn to stop. Yes, the connive. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, maybe playing the mirror. We'll see. It's almost like I haven't been playing Shredder all week or all for like the last 2 weeks. Yeah, let's just resolve our cruise here. Pretty good hits. This Pioneer mono blue-red decks. There's a lot of people exploring different blue-red archetypes because of the recent addition of Ledger Shredder. You know, just like we've been messing with a lot of Shredder shells, right? I'm not sure exactly what variant my opponent's playing, but I don't think that this is going to be how it always is, but people I think are just kind of hyped to figure this out at the moment. Okay, I think I'm going to save this Consider for the dragon next turn, probably. Although, now that I drew Iteration, I'd actually kind of maybe like to find a land. Five mana for a Goldspan Dragon. So we know what version they're on. I wasn't playing Collective Defiance, was I, though? So they must be on Narset. I don't know how they fit Narset and Defiance. But they are going to drag... Oh, this doesn't work, right? Yeah, I think I just discard this, and that was a... Yeah, Dragon's Fire does nothing. Shredder too strong. Okay, so I guess we go Dragon into Iteration, looking for a land. An untapped land. I'm gonna take the cruise. And then let's leave the 3/5 back to block the 4/4. It's got no cards in their hand. I have nothing but cards in my hand. Any thoughts on blue-red prowess with 16 creatures, mage, Spirit Shredder, Sprite Dragon? In Pioneer, we've actually played against the deck twice today. I know it's kind of picking up in popularity some. I think that deck is good. I think that deck is well built. I like that deck. So I probably want some Strangle, or some Strangles for Sprite Dragon / Narset, probably 2. Let me cut maybe the 4th Lofty Denial and the 4th Delver. Why is there no Bring to Light Valkyrie and Pioneer? There is. Niv is the Bring to Light Valkyrie deck. I've looked to see if there's like a better Bring to Light Valkyrie deck. I haven't found one. Okay. Pull my nose real quick. Probably gonna take the mulligan here. Alright, this hand at least has a 1-mana cantrip. Let's keep it. Put back the dragon, I think. As only a Stormcarved Coast as a tap land, but I think you keep it on 6. Okay. Let's go Delver 1 mana up. Love to draw a land here. Not gonna, I think, fight super hard to protect my Delver. Might be fine to Spell Pierce this, but I would kind of like rather be able to dispute a Sprite Dragon or Spell Pierce an Iteration, or consider for a 3rd land. I'll just take, you know, I spent 1 mana, they spent 2 mana. Deal. Alright, I think I need my Shredder to live, so we'll fight over this. And then they at the very least can't 3 damage it because they've already cast a spell. They can untap and like Dragon's Fire it though. I think I'm gonna play my Otawara. I'm a deck full of card advantage, and this technically lets me leave up all my interaction. Pay for more dispute spell pierces. Maybe I'll put Jegantha as in my hand this turn. Kind of flooding out a little bit. Neither players are doing anything. Now I've Gust or Dispute plus Spell Pierce up. Yeah, I'm not sure what their hand is. Maybe they've got some like Delve spells that they can't play. Maybe they have some 2 damage burn spells. Although I guess their deck probably doesn't play any 2 damage burn spells. Maybe just super flooded. We discussed the inclusion of any split spell lands. It's up to the number of Delver hits. I don't think you want to play any of the tapped MDFCs, and I don't think that you want to play Seagate Restoration, since it makes you lose Jegantha. Jegantha is like really nice to have access to. They play with Fire. Maybe they did play with Fire. I think it seems so hard to justify play with Fire in this current format, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, but they have Dig. I would love for them to Dig now. I get to Connive, and then I get to Dispute and win the fight. Or I guess I would Spell Pierce. Now I get to Connive again, too. So let's Connive first. I think I'm discarding Companion. Connive again. I guess I'll discard the Gust, so this way I have either double Dispute or Gust up here. Any room for Modern Horizons card suspended? Modern? No, that card is completely unplayable. You know, there's tons of premium good 1-mana removal in Modern, so you don't need to play one that just lets your opponent get their card back in 2 turns. There's even some premium 0-mana removal in Modern. Just kind of wishing I had my second Gust now. They put the Goldspan Dragon on the bottom of their library, though, which I guess I should be thankful for. We get to untap and expressively iterate. Conniving. I think I'll discard a Dispute here. I do want to keep growing the Shredder. Especially in these blue-red matchups, like I like a 6 toughness creature is just like invincible, you know. the dragon. Well, if we were wondering what was better, is it Dragons or is it Delver, I feel like this match has maybe been a pretty good indicator of which is the more powerful deck. As cool as this deck was for like that one stream right before Streets of New Capenna, I think that like the other versions edged this one out. I could be wrong. Maybe we just lose to Niv here.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Beating a Niv would be pretty exciting. Oh boy. Immediately finds the Aether Gust. Dragon should play Shredder. Maybe. I don't know how you would change the deck, right? Like, maybe Dragons should play Shredder, but does that mean that, like, you should play Dragon still, or would you be better off just playing, like, any other deck, you know? Right, GG. No, we lost to Mono Red, so we beat Blue Red Prowess, lost to Mono Red, played bad. Then we beat Blue Red Prowess, now we beat Blue Red Dragons. Somehow beating Niv Mizzet in the Izzet Mirror is pretty exciting. Thoughts of Metallic Rebuke and the sideboard of Dimir Food. So I've played a lot of like blue-based artifacts, food decks, affinity decks, Urza decks, you name it. I've played it all. And I think that the idea of sideboard Metallic Rebuke always seems like a good idea, right? At the very least, like there are better cards against Titan, you know. Okay, dude, we've all is it in Mono Red League. Every time we played against Mono Red, or sorry, we lost both die rolls against Mono Reds, which definitely does not seem like what you want to do in this matchup. Thoughts on this deck versus Phoenix? I mean, they played really differently. Like, Phoenix is a combo deck, really. Phoenix is a combo deck that's using, like, burn spells game 1 to buy time, and counter spells post-board to buy time, to, like, assemble its, like, Temporal Trespass, attack you with Phoenixes, like, 2 or 3 times, kill you. This is a low-to-the-ground, low mana curve resource trading deck, win with your card advantage. You know, that's maybe not the best descriptor, but I guess that's the descriptor you're getting. It's really bad if I play my Shredder and it dies here. I think I'm going to try to play the Dragon. I'm not sure that this is correct. Screaming Squash for the 5 months. Appreciate you. Do you want Tablet of Gills for the sideboard burn matchup? We've got 4 Aether Gusts to the sideboard. I'm not, like, really... You know, I've been thinking about this some. I'm not really convinced Tablet of the Guilds is, like, the answer for this matchup, because they're just, like... They play so many creatures. They're, like, so low to the ground. They play so many creatures. I feel like with Tablet of the Guilds, you're just, like... You take turn 2 off to play Tablet, and they're just attacking, like, for 5 or 6 a turn. Turmeric with the 26 months. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Glad you like the stream still. PCP with the 12 months. Thank you. The Mono Red deck is really good. It is a really good deck. Wow. Actually, don't think that they were supposed to cast this second spell, because now they can't attack. Yeah, now they just actually can't attack. They had a pretty good attack before they cast this light up the stage. Yeah, that was pretty lucky. Alright, I'm just gonna hold up Denial for the Bone Crusher, I guess. Just chill. Got 2 baked. Thank you for Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. I know it's really bad for us, like nearly auto lose. I mean, we have like 7 1-mana ways to kill this. It is like really bad when you can't kill it. It is basically auto lose when you can't kill it. How come they didn't attack? Well, they made my Shredder a 2/4, which made their attacks just kind of like not that good, you know. still in really bad shape. Like, I need to top deck, I need to top deck a bird spell for this, so then, like, just not get burned the rest of the game. The 3 toughness Eidolon has been, like, very, very powerful thing. Okay, this is what we needed, though. They had Din of the Bugbear and Chandra just to kill. They play Soulscar Mage, you go down to 10. Down to 8, sorry. So I go down to 1. And I lose the game. Lose to the Chandra. Oh, so it's almost. Maybe not almost. Okay, bring in the Gust. Going down 2 Lofty Denial, 2 Delver. I think it's size sideboard last time. I think I feel okay about it. Yeah, weird league so far. Yeah, there was no way to deal. They were pretty dead. Fry for blue red Niv. I mean, Fry kills Chandra or Narset that does it minus. Yeah, the blue red Niv visit and Teferi Hero of Dominaria. What is my favorite deck I've played so far since recent New Capena? Probably the blue black food deck. Yeah, hard to beat that blue black food deck. That one's been just like such a treat. This card has been really impressive too. I was kind of like unsure about it, but I'm become a believer. See if they have the turn 2 Eidolon versus no burn spell again. This is exactly what happened earlier this league too. Alright, Spectral Hazard, that's fine. Love to see my opponent not able to use the second chapter there effectively. Alright, I would put a land in the graveyard, so I'm going to cast the Consider here. I think I discard the Opt. I really need to make sure this gets to 4 toughness. Let's keep a second Shredder. Second Shredder is pretty good with the Cruise. Assuming that we get to target something with Fiery Impulse next turn, which we will because of this flipping. So I'm probably not blocking because I really just need a target. I want to trigger both Shredders, cast the Cruise. Want to not be super cold to Eidolon. Let's light up the stage. Shredder's pretty good against light up the stage. Play with Fire Shredder. Skewer Shredder. I guess I'll discard the Steam Vince here. Then we go Shredder, Impulse, Connive. Discard the Delver so that I get this to 4 toughness. Play this tap, pass back. Cruise to refill. Okay, it's fine. Then to 15. Okay, I'm just packing him. Wait, go to game 3. Exciting match. I think I'm not changing anything for sideboard. I wouldn't mind having 1 extra card for this matchup, but that may be a bit results oriented because we've just like lost both die rolls against mono red and not had a burn spell in our opening hand. And I feel like the matchup's always going to feel like a lot worse when both of those things happen. But I did play against this deck last night in my testing, and it didn't seem quite as anxiety-inducing. Let's kill that now. Let's try to turn off Light at the Stage. I probably wouldn't kill that now if I didn't have a second Fire Impulse for Eidolon. Okay, here we'll just play a Dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot to do a prediction. Sorry, I'm like a little under the weather. I'm just not at 100% today, unfortunately. Rending Volley, Light the Stage. Okay, so we're not going to play our Shredder into the Rending Volley, so we'll just cast a Iteration. Iteration hand, bottom, exile, very clean. yeah, no sideboard card for the grindy matchup, unfortunately. And then play with fire, exile this time. So I'll save the opt to trigger Connive, and then we can go Shredder. I guess I would put a land in the yard, so I'll cast the Consider. I think Graveyard opt. And then not Graveyard that, play Stormcarved Coast, pass back. Do we talk about Red Cat melee versus Fry? Red seems so heavy right now, Pioneer. Yeah, maybe, you know, it's always like a wash. Like Fry kills Shredder, or so Rending Volley kills Shredder, which is really important right now. Kills Thing in the Ice, which is less relevant right now. But I think there's always going to be that give and take, you know. I think my opponent probably can't respond twice to this. Obviously, they might be able to. Okay, so this is dying. So I think I'll just loot away the Otawara. And then start my turn off with an Ancestor Recall. I've cast a lot of recalls this league. This is also basically recall. Hand, bottom, exile. Yeah, Volley also kills Greasefang. I think I've been liking Volley more than Red Cat melee lately. Obviously would like melee more this matchup. Okay. Take the 4. Go down to 16. How have I not taken a hit? Okay, top card is Ledger Shredder. So let me just go ahead and consider draw the Shredder. I guess this means I can't Connive, but it does let me flip the Delver. Hand, bottom, exile. Don't want to Strangle the Goblin? I don't think so. Lightning Strike. In their upkeep. I don't know if that was on purpose. I'm not a fan of people playing more than one channel lands. How do you feel about Living End decks running a 2 Otawara? Living End is like, you know, a lot of times I will say things to try to give like advice to players, right? But like they're basically always exceptions to anything I'm saying. Like Living End is a really weird deck. Otawara is like especially good in Living End, where it is a card that's going to allow you to like beat opposing hate pieces, and it beats all the hate pieces. So it's just like a really premium card there. I think it's totally fine to play 2 copies in Living End. But it's, you know, it's basically impossible for me to be like to say all that every single time I give an evaluation on a card, you know. I think I'll kill this. Yeah, Double Gust is pretty great. Is it time for Cruise to go? I don't know. Listen, I think this deck is really good. I think there's a lot of good Delve spell decks at the moment. I think Delve decks only get better. They got a lot better with Phoenix, or sorry, with Shredder. I've been, but like, here's the thing about Treasure Cruise and Dig, and I've been saying this since Pioneer's inception, right? Like, this is not just something I'm like looking at in hindsight, you know, is that the Delve spells are only going to get better over time, and there's already been a few bannings in Pioneer that if Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time were banned, you probably wouldn't have to ban those cards. Like, the most notable is, I think, Nexus of Fate / Wilderness Reclamation and Inverter of Truth. I need to look at, I really think there's one card I'm forgetting. Fetchland's partially like the Delve spells, but I mean the Fetchlands are pretty broken, so I'm like kind of just fine with those being gone. Alright, 4-1 our first league on the day. I think I'm gonna run it back here.